Recently, I've been having the time of my life posting videos about contemporary art, which is a form of art that naturally creates a lot of discourse and controversy about what is art. So my comments notifications are a firestorm right now. It's all good discussion and I love it all and I don't want anyone to stop. But one comment that I've been seeing a lot actually recently is that art shouldn't be something that's hard to understand, or art should make me feel something without me having to seek out the context of that work of art. And I just want to say to those people, mama's not raising you to talk like this. Honey, you can be a hater, but we are informed haters in this house. I'm working on a longer video that talks about art interpretation and how to approach art that is not immediately understandable to you. But today I just want to offer one answer that pushes back against the idea that art needs to be easy to understand. And that one idea is to consider the fact that not all art is made for you. To illustrate this, I'm not going to show you a famous piece of art. I'm going to show you a tote bag that is in my car. This tote bag, does this mean anything to you? If it doesn't mean anything to you, it's because it's not for you. It's for me. But I want you to appreciate this like I do, so I'm gonna give you some context. As many of you know, at the end of September 2024, Western North Carolina was devastated by Hurricane Helene. The city of Asheville's water system during the storm was completely destroyed. 100,000 people in Asheville for the first few weeks after the storm had no water. Their taps were dry. And then for nearly 2 months afterwards, they did not have clean water coming from their taps. No drinking water, nothing for washing dishes, doing laundry. This happened for 53 days. Any clean water that anybody used for anything had to be physically brought to them. Bottles, barrels, canisters, trucks. We took showers in trailers and parking lots. Our water system had to be completely reimagined. Going without clean water that long was pretty hard, and I would not wish that on anyone. But in the midst of all the other destruction and devastation and death that was happening around us at the time, the amount of creativity and collaboration and generosity that was put into creating a water system that was going to work was actually like really cool and inspiring. World Central Kitchen was doing a lot to feed people and to help keep restaurants on their feet at this time. And they had this guy named Rustin Waldron, who they call the pirate plumber. And this guy was like a master at like re-rigging plumbing systems to be able to operate off of water tanks instead of the city plumbing. And he's done this all over the world, like off the side of cliffs in Nepal. Southern Living has an article about him. It's really cool. But anyways, with this whole system of portable water, one object that became very, very common to see in Asheville at the time was these water totes. They hold like 200 gallons. People were putting them outside of businesses, outside their houses. Somebody who lived down the street from me put one of these out to give out water for free. They're just these things that carry water, but to the people who lived in Asheville at that time, they came to represent this like creative survival, a way to look back and be like, hey, we did that together. And we did it in a time when the world was really hard and sad. So hard that going 53 days without water wasn't the worst thing that was happening at the time. So a local plumbing company commissioned a local print shop to create these totes that say, this is my tote bag, with a water tote and the Western North Carolina mountains in the background. I saw this in the print shop. I've never bought anything faster. On my way back to my car from buying this tote, I came across one of the totes. I was in downtown Asheville a couple weeks ago and that specific water tote is empty and still there. I don't know if the business that owns it is using it at all, but I hope it stays there forever. I feel like it's now a memorial to this time. Next time you see art that is not immediately understandable to you, the first thing I want you to ask yourself is, was this even made for me? Because it might not have been, but for the person it was made for, it might mean a lot. Because at first glance, this means a lot to me. And it might mean almost as much to you once you learn the story. But sometimes art is about taking time to appreciate the things that people have made. And I thought that that was worth saying today. Thank you.